All right. What's up, everyone? We are back at the Blockchain Economic Forum. We are with Jordan Lyall. What's up, man?
Hi there. How you doing?
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
And Jordan is the Chief Product Officer
That's me. Yep.
at Totle.
Yep.
Awesome. And it's
That's right.
And from what I learned, Coinbase is a centralized exchange, centralized way for you to store your cryptocurrency. You don't actually own your you don't hold on to your key or your coins.
Yeah.
And then with Totle, you actually do. I get to keep my key and my coins, and then you guys make it easy for me to just go and transact and send my coins through you to get it exchanged. But is that about how it's?
Yeah. No, you're on the right track. Very good. Very good. Cool. We make it really easy to participate in this ecosystem of decentralized trade. So you're right. Coinbase, Binance, those guys are doing a swell job. However, it's kind of counterproductive. This whole technology allows us the opportunity, the benefit of holding our own assets, not having to trust a central authority, not having to rely on a bank. But essentially, when we're investing with Coinbase or Binance, we're sending them our money, our tokens, our coins, and we're saying, hey, hold this for me. It contradicts everything that this whole technology affords us. So we're big advocates that users should hold on to their own private keys at all times. And up until now, the experience of trading, of saying, hey, I want to own less Ether and more Kyber token or whatever the token is, you're able to, right now it's pretty tough. Like there are some interfaces here and there, some decentralized exchanges or DEXs as they're called. This one over here is pretty tough to use. That one has no liquidity. So really your options are kind of limited. We solve both problems. We make it easy to use and we actually aggregate a number of decentralized exchanges. So we aggregate several exchanges. So you're able to participate in the liquidity, in having all these options at your fingertips, one platform, trade directly from your wallet. We make it super convenient.
Okay, so there's a couple things there to unpack. First thing to unpack is the belief that the responsibility of the owner of the wallet should be in the customer's hands.
Yes.
And it shouldn't be that I give Wells Fargo $1,000 and then they keep it in their account, in their coffers, and then just let me use a card to access it. Rather that it should be that I have the $1,000 safely, not just in cash so anybody can just hit me and rob me, but I have it safely on my phone, and then I can access it through my PIN or through my facial recognition or through my thumbprint or whatever. That's how I gain access to it. And then you get a little like 12 words. Those 12 words that you can write down, and then those 12 words you don't want to screenshot it because then that goes to Google or Apple's cloud. But if you write those down, then at any point you can recover this wallet, recover your funds in that sense on when you're opening up a new computer. So then there's that aspect to it, which is you own your account. So I'm using I'm using Totle's app when I'm doing this.
Correct. Yeah, we're an app or a DApp, decentralized application, and no logins, no registration, no passwords on our platform. Really, the only way to authenticate is by connecting a wallet. So you're right. Whether it's a wallet on your phone, like an app browser on your phone, or it's a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor, or it's a web wallet like MetaMask, which is a browser extension, makes it really easy to browse these dApps and interact with the Ethereum blockchain.
Interesting.
MetaMask.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it really easy. That really gained in popularity with things in the last year, like CryptoKitties. A lot of people installed these types of programs to allow users to get involved, interact with the blockchain rather than having a separate wallet. It really makes it easy to use your browser, interact with the blockchain, make transactions, etc.
Okay, so you were saying I either need a hardware component or like a web app component like MetaMask.
Yep.
So then when I download Totle, I can either have that hardware component that then would on the data on the thumb drive, I would add my cryptocurrency to my Total wallet.
Right. So there's no such thing as
me.
Total Wallet.
There's no such thing as Total Wallet. Total is just a decentralized exchange.
We're just like the software layer. So we're not an exchange ourselves. We aggregate multiple exchanges.
You aggregate multiple exchanges. Now, why would I
the interface for multiple decentralized exchanges.
But why would I choose to use your interface rather than going directly with my MetaMask or with my hardware key? Why wouldn't I just go to those
directly
decentralized
to those exchanges?
Yeah.
That's an option, and you're able to do that. However, you'd have to jump around five or six different exchanges really to get the breadth of the tokens, really to get the liquidity, the volume. Sometimes the volume just isn't there. Certain exchanges are really tough to use. This one over here might do it one way, where this other exchange has a different way of doing things.
And you handle the differences between those 5 decentralized exchanges.
Yeah, we've written a number of smart contracts where all you do is you connect to our platform, connect your wallet to our platform. Once you want to make a trade, we find you the best price. So our smart contract goes out, and it's one transaction for you, the investor or the user, and our smart contract will go sell the tokens you wanted to sell, go buy the tokens you wanted to buy, bring the tokens right back into your wallet. So it's really simple. Instead of having to jump from exchange to exchange, you're doing it all in one platform.
Okay, let me see if I'm following. So let's use MetaMask because it seems to be the most relatable one. So I'm using MetaMask and I'm storing my my value through MetaMask. Is that right? Because MetaMask is a wallet?
MetaMask is a wallet.
Okay,
correct.
so I'm storing my value through MetaMask, and then when I want to use a fully decentralized exchange, I would use Total because it aggregates like 5 or so different decentralized exchanges, and then you will then most effectively find the way for me to take my Ethereum and make a purchase with it, or to exchange it to some Bitcoin, so something along those lines.
Something along those lines. For now, we're strictly in the Ethereum ecosystem, so ERC20 tokens. Down the road, on our roadmap, we have cross-chain solutions, get into Bitcoin and other ecosystems, other smart contract platforms. So it's really just Ether and then other ERC20 tokens. Other than that, you got it right. We instead of bouncing around to different exchanges, come to Total. Participate in decentralized trade where no one can say, no, you can't make that trade. We compete for price on your behalf. We go and get you the best rate on this token you wanted to buy. And everything's decentralized. Nothing ever touches our wallets. Nothing ever touches our servers.
Yeah.
It goes straight from your wallet, whether it's MetaMask or a hardware wallet. But yeah, in the example of MetaMask, you'd make the adjustments. You'd say, I want to sell this token, buy that token. You'd confirm it in MetaMask. You would say, are you sure you want to submit this? And you'd say yes. Our smart contract, in one block on the Ethereum blockchain, so just in the time it takes to mine a block, our smart contract, as mentioned, sells the token on this exchange for Ether, takes the Ether, and then goes to another exchange and buys the tokens you wanted to buy. So it's all happening in the back end. It's one transaction for you, the user. Multiple tokens over multiple exchanges. There's a lot going on in the back end. All smart contract, all publicly auditable. So this is all out there, ready to be used, ready to be audited. But all the tokens kind of come right back in one seamless, smooth transition. Yeah.
And give us a couple examples of what I would use then Total for with MetaMask. Like, what would be something like a common thing that the general public would use it for?
Yeah, when you first get a MetaMask wallet, it's going to be empty, of course. So what you need to do is you need to fund it with Ether. Really, the easiest thing to do, though we're trying to solve some of this pain point, but the most practical thing right now would be to connect to something like a Coinbase. If all you have is US dollars, all you have is fiat money, find a way to convert US dollars to Ether, send the Ether to your MetaMask wallet, connect your MetaMask wallet to Totle, go to totle.com, Totle.com, and connect to the wallet, authenticate with your wallet, and you would say, so we have a number of tokens available. So you would look through our list of tokens. Right now it's 250, 300 tokens. And if there's a product that you believe in, a project that you say, hey, I want to invest in civic token or an OMG or a wax token. Not investment advice, just thrown out there as examples of tokens that are traded in our platform. You would say, okay, I want to own a little bit more OMG, and I want to own X% civic token, and so we advocate for having a diversified portfolio, and it's really based on allocation. So you would say, okay, 10% of my portfolio I want in this token, 10% in that token, and I want to keep 50% in Ether. So you would get your adjustments all lined up, get everything, set up. You would hit submit, and again, our smart contract goes out and buys everything you wanted to buy.
Yep.
And just like that, you have a diversified portfolio. Yeah.
Just like that. Okay, cool. That's a good relatable example. What are you most looking forward to with blockchain technology?
Yeah, really it almost kind of levels the playing field. It says, hey, you person in random country, no, you didn't go to Harvard, but you have a seat at the table. Everything's kind of evened out. No matter where you come from, no matter what your background is, everyone's starting at ground zero. In a way, there are blockchain experts, but they are as of a week ago. We're all trying to figure this out. So it really levels the playing field. I'm just excited. Kind of the first thing that a lot of people do, they see the price go up in some of these tokens and some of these projects, and they want to participate in this profit, right? So they go and they invest, and that's a really good thing to do. It's the easiest way to figure out, okay, not only do I advocate investing, but I also advocate in moving money around, or moving crypto around, sending some to your friends, move from wallet to wallet, just to get a feel of how the private key system works.
Totally, that's really important, actually.
Yeah. And just to get a feel for how this whole thing works, and then see how you can get involved. For me, it was building a product, so working with a team and building something for the community, where all these other things like turning a profit is less important now that you're building something. So advocate just getting involved with whatever it is, whatever your passion is. Get involved, help this community grow. It's a really exciting community to be a part of.
And then what are you most looking forward to with decentralized technology in terms of liberation for people?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it politically, you're able to move money across borders in ways you just weren't able to without this technology. You mentioned the 12-word phrase. Memorize 12 words, have nothing on your person, walk across borders, find access to a wallet, type in your 12-word phrase. You retained that value, where else maybe it would have been taken from you had you crossed borders with something on your person.
Next question is, what do you think is going to happen with wealth inequality as we have so many people that have so much and so many that have little that are slowly coming up? Meanwhile, exponential technology is exacerbating the wealth at the richest end.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think we're now at this point of history that the little guy is able to get a little jump start. By that I mean, I think some of the big players in this space are worried about regulations, making sure that they get this license, and they're jumping through these hoops, while the rest of the world they're building, they're getting involved. So it's while kind of the heavy hitters in the space, so to speak, heavy hitters financially, the wealthy people are getting kind of stuck in their own ways of jumping through these legal hoops, where potentially historically the less sophisticated investor, less sophisticated person can tap into these markets that are now open and available for anyone around the world.
It's interesting because it seems as though the decentralization technology will both liberate people and make them wealthier, but also it will exacerbate wealth inequality a little bit, because a lot of people that are in right now are making a lot of money.
Rich get richer type of thing. Yeah.
A little bit, definitely. What do you think we're alone in the cosmos?
Interesting. I don't think we're alone. No, there's someone else out there, whether they're have our best interest, or they think they're alone, or whatever it is. I don't think it's just us up here.
Do you think there's a designer to the world that we live in?
Personally, I do. Yeah, I do believe that someone has created us and kind of set us into motion. Yeah.
And tell me a bit about that designer. Like, what does that designer look like, or what variables did they set to put us in motion?
I believe in the God of the Old Testament and the New, personally, and no judgments here at all. But it's just personal to me. I believe that there's a God out there that made us in His image. Whether it was through what we see in terms of 7 days in the Old Testament, or it was over the course of the Big Bang, I believe that there is a God, and He designed us in His image, designed us in His image, and He cares passionately about each one of us individually, and He just wants to see us happy, wants to,
I hope that the designer cares a lot about us. I hope. I hope that it's not just unleashing the variables off to do whatever, but hopefully there is some care, hopefully some love. Last question, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the world?
The smile of my kids. There's nothing quite like it. It's amazing as a father. No matter how bad your day was, pop the kids on your knee, and it just kind of changes your whole mood, and it's very gratifying, very fun. That's
interesting. When the bad day is had, and then the kids their smile and their aperture is so open to knowledge and to learning the world around them, and then culture kind of closes it over time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, at a young age, a kid is so interested, and it's only from people laughing or saying, "Why are you asking those questions?" or "Stop bothering me. Go ask your mother." Like those type of questions. That type of feedback as the kids start to kind of close off.
Jordan, such a pleasure, man.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on to the show. This has been a lot of fun. We got to learn about Totle, Totle.com. Links in the bio. Go check them out. And go, you made the comments earlier, but go and actually start playing around. Go and put some money into Coinbase, open up MetaMask.
That's it.
MetaMask, and then go and funnel them into Totle, and get a couple of these other, you said,
OMG, Omise Go. There's a couple other. Again, not advocating for these products, but they're.
But try this stuff out. Go through this process.
Go do it. Yeah.
Go do it so that you can get a feel for it. You can do it with what? You can do it with $5, right? You can go do all.
Yeah, just a few bucks. Get involved, test it out, kick the tires. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. At least go kick the tire. Exactly. So go do that, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys had a good time, make sure to give us a comment below. Subscribe, like the video, go and share it with other people. Go tell 2 people about this. They'll tell 2 people, and sooner or later we'll get more people caring about decentralization. And join us on Patreon. Help us out. Help us grow our media, and help us continue doing cool interviews like this today. Thanks, everyone. Much love.